Morning children. Today I am going to take you grammar. Okay. In the grammar, what is noun? Topic is noun. What is a noun? The noun is the word used as name of a person, animal, things or a place or called a noun. The word used as a person, place, animal or thing or noun. So the word used as person, place, animal or things are called a noun. It's a name of any person like Rahul, Vijaya, Vidya. All these names come to the noun. And place is somewhat Bombay, Delhi. It tells a noun. And animals, if any animal's name like dog, buffalo, goat, and things also same chain, like if anything, it's a common noun. It's commonly the word used as a person, place, animals or things are called a noun. For example, the person, name of a person is like Rahul, Vidya, or etc. of any of the person name is called as a noun. And name of a place like Delhi and Bombay and etc. Some more places. And name of a animals like cat or donkey. Next, name of a thing like chair or table. So noun is nothing but a word used as a person, place, animal, things are called a noun. There is a kinds of noun. How many kinds of noun? You can see there is a common noun, proper noun, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun. There are 5 kinds of noun. There are 5 kinds of noun. First one is common noun, proper noun, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun. First I will go with the common noun. In the kinds of noun there are 5 kinds of noun. First I will go with the common noun. The common noun is nothing but a common noun is noun that does not refers to any particular name, person or a place. It does not refers to a particular place or a person name is called as a common noun. For example, the teacher teaches his pupil. And apples and mangoes are fruits. Mice fear cats. So in these words, which one you are recognized as a common noun? The word teacher and pupil are the name of a person. In this, the teacher teaches his pupil. The teacher and pupil is both are the name of a person is called as a common noun. Teach is not a common noun. Apple and mangoes are fruits, isn't it? So, apple, mango and fruits. These three also common noun. Even fruits is we can recognize for all the fruits is called as a common noun, and apple and fruit is also apple and mango is also fruit. This is an common noun. First is common noun. The common noun is a noun refers to any person, sorry, that do not refer to a particular person or place is called as a common noun. For example, the teacher teaches the pupil. Next, the cat catch mice. Next, the word apple, mango, the name of the thing. Or fruits. So here in the common noun, I told you that it do not refers to a particularly, it do not refer to a person or a place. So here the teacher teaches the pupil. In this, which one we can recognize as a common noun? The teacher is a common noun and teaches the pupil is a common noun. Here the cat catch mice. Cat is a animal. Mice is also animal is the common noun. Here is the teacher, pupil is a person is the common noun. The word apple, mango and the fruit. This is the fruit name and also a fruit is called as a common noun. So common noun is nothing but a noun. It do not refers to a particularly it doesn't refers to a place, person or a thing. Next is I'll go with next. Proper noun. What is a proper noun? A proper noun is a special name of a particular place or a person. It is always begins with the capital letter. Is a proper noun is a particularly we are specify the name of a person or a place is called as proper noun, and also it starts with the capital, begins with the capital letter and ends with the full stop with the proper sentence. We have to put the words in the proper order to form a sentence is called as a proper noun. It's a sentence. And also proper noun is a noun, specially name of a particular person of or a place is called as a proper noun. Proper noun is a proper noun proper noun is a noun is the special name of a particular So proper noun is a noun is a special name of a particular place or a person. It's always begins with the capital letter. This is called proper noun. It always begins with the capital letters. It always begins with the capital letter. For example, I'll show you the example of proper noun. Rahul lives in Delhi. Is this correct, children? Rahul lives in Delhi. Rahul is also a person name and Delhi is also place name. It's a proper noun. Okay, but it is correct? Formation is correct? No. The starting letter should be big letter. Thus we should beginning we have always begins with the capital letter. Rahul lives in Delhi. Delhi is a place name. We should start with a capital letter. And name also we should start in capital letter. And second example I'll give you. Next, second example is about I go to school. No. I am in Bangalore. So is it correct? No. I should be in big letter, capital letter. I am in. B should be in the capital letter because it's a place name and full stop. This is called proper noun. Proper noun is a special name of a person or anything is called as a proper noun, and it's always begins with the capital letter. Next, I'll go with the collective noun. Collective noun, when the noun starts for a collection of a person or anything considered as one complete whole, it is called as a collective noun. For example, if I see a one is a duster and the more collection of duster. This is called collective noun, and the book is one book, and we are going to take and 20 to 30 books, that is called a books, collection of books, box of books. So when a noun stands for a collection of any person or a things considered as complete whole, it is called collection of noun. We are considered for like this. This is a one, and if we consider all this, this is a collection of all. Third one, a collective noun. When a noun stands for a collection, of a person or place is considered as whole. Considered as whole, complete, and it is called a collective noun. For example, the word army stands for the collection of soldiers. The word army, the one soldiers, the word army, one army stands together. The 20 to 30 armies, they are called as soldiers. There is a name for a soldiers. For example, for one flower, we'll call it as rose. One rose. Okay. What do you want? For one flower is a one rose is called as an one flower. If we take so many 10 together flowers, is called as an bouquet. So, for the word herd stands for the collection of cattle, herd. The word herd stands for a collection of cattle. The word crowd stands for the collection of people. For one person, I will tell that one person is standing next to me. Okay, if so many people are standing there, it's a collection of people is called as a crowd. We'll call it as a crowd. Okay, the word team stands for the collection of players. If one person is standing there, is a one person is a team. If we make a 11 together, a team together, in the cricket we can see in one team there is a 11 people. So 11 players. They are called as players. Here the word army stands for the word army stands for collection collection of soldiers. Next, the word rose. Flower. Stands for collection of bouquets. Okay. So here, here the two examples of this, the collection of noun. When a noun stands for a collection of a person or a place is considered as whole. The word army stands for collection of soldiers. The word rose stands for collection of bouquets. So this is about collections of noun. And next, material noun. What is a material noun? A noun, iron, wood, silver and gold, all these are name of a materials. A noun which stands for a metal, matter or substances from which things are made is called as a material noun. Which we make the things is called as a material noun. For example, like a ornaments, like a jewelry, gold. Gold is made by the jewelry, is it not? So all these ornaments are made of silver and gold. The table is made of wood. The iron is useful metal. So this is called as a material noun. A noun, iron, wood, silver and gold are the name of a material from which we can be made. Therefore is called as a material noun, which we can made by the material is called as a material noun. For example, jewelries, iron box and like a wood is called as a material noun. If a person, for example, if we go to any shop or anywhere else, they'll ask for a things. Now we are going to make it to bring a chair. We are going to ask for they are going to ask for the material. So bring the materials, I'll prepare it and I'll get you back the chair. So this is called as a material noun. Here the material shows that iron, wood and silver, gold is a material, and which the things is as to be done is called as a material noun. Material noun. The noun which stands for the matter, or substances, matter or substances from which things are made, is material noun. Example, the things iron, wood, silver and gold are the name of the material. The things iron, gold, silver, wood and what else, children? You can join. Paper is material noun. Example, first one is the ornaments. What do you call that? The ornaments are made of silver or a gold. Next, the chairs are made of furniture. Okay, this is about examples of material noun. The noun which stands for the matter or substances or which things are made is called material noun. For example, the things iron, gold, silver, wood, paper is material noun. It's all materials. The ornaments are made of silver or the gold. The chairs are made of furniture, or the iron is useful for metal. So iron box also is made of metal. Okay, next is I'll go with the last one, abstracts now. What do you mean by abstract noun? Abstract noun is the name of something which we can neither see nor we touch, we can feel, is called as an abstract noun. So, something, for example, now we cannot see the hair. So, if we stand, how we can see the hair? We cannot see the hair, we can feel the hair. If the hair is passing through us, we can see we are getting cold, is it not? So that we can feel. That is called as an abstract noun, but which we can only think of as an hope, honesty, health, courage, pity, joy, pain, or a sleep, or a death. Even all these are sleep. We are going to feel sleepy, so that we can see the sleep. No, only we can feel. If we are enjoying a lot, we can feel that enjoyment, that we are with our friends. We are enjoying with our friends. So this is about the abstracts noun, or is the name of something which we can neither see or a touch or a feel. Only we can feel. This is called as an abstract noun. Abstract noun is a name of something which we can neither see or not touch, is called as an abstract noun. So now abstract noun is a neither some it's a name of a something which cannot be seen or attached. Only we can feel is called as an abstract noun. So for example, honesty. So if we are doing our work honestly, we'll get the promotes or credits from others. That is because of our honesty. Oh, she is working honestly. So we are getting the credits from others. That is called as an honesty is the word for the abstract noun. And the health, courage, pity, joy, pain. If we fell down, if we can feel the pain of that wound, but we cannot see the pain, this is called abstract noun. Okay, this is about the noun and the kinds of noun, children. Okay, I'll send you the notes of this in the next class. Okay, go through this. Thank you.